still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
To throw is Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, he bowls over him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw, here's Nix. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Nix to the air. That is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In motion left, Godwin. Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. A first carry for Rachaad White. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now it's Nix. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Throwing Nix. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Evans.
Needed to account for him on each and every play.
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Buccaneers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Courtland Sutton His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Broncos 10, Buccaneers 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing, Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, alert 33. Good. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Regular, regular, regular. What's that?
Mayfield now. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Mayfield keeps it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Buccaneers 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Broncos 17. Buccaneers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the gun, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otton. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Kings!
Back to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they work this out past the 25. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. On play action, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
19 tight. Go.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Yaya Diaby from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motive.
Second and 5. Nix to the air. He gets this to Thornton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 30 yards. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
31-yard line.
Run, run, run. What's that?
Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Good. Real, real, real. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Done.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Kings, Kings, Kings!
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Run, run, run. What's that?
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Good. Hey, alert 33. Pistol, pistol, pistol. What's that?
They'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
What's that?
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Kings! That.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one too low. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here is 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. How about this? They'll change it at the line. On fourth down, Nix. He's got his man, Thornton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on fourth down.
First down, Broncos.
Ready, go!
Nix going to tap this forward. He's got room to roam, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Buccaneers 14. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Denver, they get back in the win column as they